The learning Zilin Nishmas Ahuva by Shevuos Perek Beis Mishna Yomi. Rabbi Eliezer Oimer Hasheretz V'nelem Mimenu. The pasuk says, Oy b'nevela sheretz tamei v'nelem mimenu. Legabe the halacha of carbon oil v'yair by tuma, the halama has to be on the sheretz, meaning that there had to have been a yediyah b'tchila on the fact that you became tamei either with a sheretz or an avela. But if you're not sure if you became tamei with a sheretz or an avela, then you're not going to bring a carbon oil v'yair. And Veinachayev al Hela Migdash, we'll get to in a second. And Rikiva Oimer, no, V'nela Mimena V'hu Tameh, the pasuk ends off V'hu Tameh. It doesn't make a difference. He doesn't dash in the word sheretz. He holds kol parsha sheneber Nishmas and Nishab shpil davar shenet chadish boy. So he doesn't dash in the, and since we dash in other words in the pasuk Behem and Chayis, so we don't dash in sheretz. As long as you know that you were tameh and now you forgot you were tameh, it's good enough. You don't need to know whether it was b'sheretz nitma or b'nevela nitma. So now in the Shita the Rabbanon, just Rikiv Eger speaks out that it's dafka sheretz and avela, they have to know which one. But if you're not sure if it became tummy with an avela's behema or an avela's chaya, l'mashal, or let's say you know it became tummy with the sheretz, you're not sure which sheretz, that would be good enough to bring a carbon oil yared. It's dafka if you're not sure sheretz or nevela, which is shmeisei and chalukin. Rikiv Eger brings this from the Ritva. That's when you wouldn't bring a carbon oil yared. And both Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Kiva hold the Eine Chayev al Hela Migdash, that you're not going to be Chayev on Hela Migdash, that the parsha of carbon oil v'yared is dafka going on the halama of the Tumah. But Rabbi Shmuel Oimer, which is really a separate machlekes, v'nelem shtei pamim Chayev al Hela Tumah al Hela Migdash. You could be Chayev Sai and Hela Tumah and Sai and Hela Migdash. So there's two separate machlekes in the Mishnah. One machlekes is whether you're chayiv on Hela Migdash also. That's a Rishmol Shita. And on that, Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Akiva hold that you're not chayiv on Hela Migdash. And then Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Akiva have their own internal machlekes. When you're chayiv on Hela Tumah, do you have to have a yediyah on the specific sheretz or nevela? You had to know that it either became tamei from a sheretz or nevela, or it's good enough the fact that you knew that you were tamei b'tchila. So in the Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Kiva, when they say that you're not chayiv carbon oil of yarin on Hela Migdash, Taisa says that you're going to be pater legamri, that you're not even going to bring a carbon chatas. And he brings Rabbeinu Tam that argues and says, no, you're only mifter from the carbon oil of yarin, but a carbon chatas you would bring. Rabbi Kiva Eger over here brings down this Taisvis that says the shita that says that you're pater legamri, and he says a svara that the reason why you'll be pater legamri is because if you don't know that you're going into the Beis Hamikdash, so then you're in essence you're a misasik, and misasik is pater legamri. It's only Rabbi Shmuel who's mechadish v'nelem shtei pamim that you're going to be chayiv on Hela Migdash. So then you're going to be chayiv, and we don't look at the fact that it's exeris hakasav that over here that even though you're misasik, you're still going to be chayiv a carbon oil of yared. But the first two shitas and Eliezer Rikiva that hold that you're not chayiv oil of yared, so mele you're misasik, you're going to be pater legamri, you're not even going to be chayiv a chatas. And on that he differentiates that that's dafka by Hela Migdash, but by Hela Kodesh over there it's achila, you're eating kodesh. So by achila we always say that there's no such thing, no such p'tor as misasik. Since you're nenas over there, you would bring, even though you wouldn't bring a carbon oil of yared, but in a case, let's say, like a Akiva, where like a Eliezer, where you needed you needed a idea on the sheretz and avela, and over here you didn't, you just knew that you were tamei legamri, so you're not going to be carbon oil of yared, but you will bring a chatas, and you won't say the p'tor misasik because shekeinena, because you had hana. Perek Gimel Mishna Aleph. So now we're going back to Shevuos. So Mishnah starts off the same way as Perek Aleph Mishna Aleph. Shevuos Shtayim Shein Arba is Shevuos Sha'oichel v'Shalo Oichel. Those are the ones that are in the Torah, Lahara Lehetiv, and the ones that are Lashon Avar are also learned out Shachalti v'Shalo Achalti. Shevuos Shalo Oichel v'Achal Kol Shu Chayiv. De Rabbi Kiva. Rabbi Kiva holds that if someone makes a shvua that he's not going to eat, and he eats, even a kolshu, he's going to be chayiv. Amar le Rabbi Kiva, the Chachamim argued and said, no, heichem etzina ba'oichel kolshu sheu chayiv. Where do you find that if you eat a kolshu, always you need a share of a kizayis? Amalhem Rabbi Kiva, so Rabbi Kiva said, "V'chi heichem tzinu b'medaber u'maybe carbon, shazem medaber u'maybe carbon." So like Rashi explains that since over here, because of his bittul hadibur, he's going to be chayiv, so he's also being mevatel his dibur by saying, "I won't eat," and he ate a kolsho. The Gemara says that where the Rabbi Akiva and the Chacham argue if you're chayiv with a kolsho or you're chayiv with a gezayis, dafka b'stam. But if he was mefarish, then divrei akol you're chayiv with kolsho, because mefarish is like a beria. And by beria we find all over that you don't need to have a gezayis. Ha'echon amola is chayiv, even if it's less than the shir gezayis. Hu adin zakt Rava that the machlekes if he says the words loy oichel. So then you could declare whether he means the achila of the Torah. The Rikveger brings down from the Mishna Yomi that everyone holds that you go batzal lashem b'nei adam. The machlekes over here is when he says loy oichel, do we say his das is not ta'asa more than the shir Torah, which is a gezayis, and therefore he means a gezayis, or does he mean to say it words lashem b'nei adam that even with a kolshu he means to say? But if he says loy etem, the Gemara says, then everyone holds that it means ti'ima means for sure even a kolshu. The Rikveger also brings down the Rambam that when he says shaloi eshta, then loy eshta is for sure going to mean the shir haTorah, which is a shir of a revius. The Mishnah continues legabe taka halachas of shtia Shevuos shaloi eichel. If someone just says the Shevuos shaloi eichel, and that includes achila and shtia, because shtia is b'chal achila, and he does both, he's achal and shasi, he's only going to be chayv ela achas. But if he spoke out both, Shevuos shaloi eichel v'shaloi eshta, so he spoke out two different things, ba'achal v'shasi, and he did both, then he's going to be chayv shtayim, side for the achila one and side for the shtia, because when he says afterwards shaloi eshta, it's gali adaita, that when he originally said shaloi eichel, he meant dafka achila. See, he made one shvu on dafka achila, one shvu on shtia. Now that he ate and he drank, he's going to be chayiv too.